Hi there, it's Ricky of Moshville Times here once again. Today I'm delighted to be joined by Mexican death doom metal band Ungodly Rest. Today we've got vocalist Peste Nocturne. So like I said, Ungodly Rest play the metal of the death doom variety, and I urge each and every one of you to get in touch with the band as it's pretty bloody good. So Peste, how are things over in Mexico? How's things with the current COVID situation and all that nonsense?
Well, I think it's very complicated for all the world.
Yeah.
To be in a third world position like Mexico does is kind of more complicated somehow, some way, because economic stuff and people need to work anyway. So we don't have probably the best planification as a country for these kind of things.
Yeah.
But we get used to in a good way or in a bad way, and we work out to be better each day. So it's all about effort and making things happen anyway.
Yeah. Was it the same? Was it a similar situation as to what it was in the UK? You were in lockdown, you couldn't go out anywhere, you couldn't meet up with other members of the band?
Well, at this point, yeah, we can't. Um, we don't try to work that way at this point. Actually, when COVID-19 came, it was in a way a great deal for us because we focus more in the way we work.
Yeah.
We start like sending each other the things we have in mind, and hey, Chinarm, listen to this, or hey, Resonantia, listen to this. Oh, I like it. So let's change this. Let's add this, and that was mainly the way we work the full album. So it was good for us because instead of being like getting nuts in our houses working or doing nothing,
Yeah.
because these primary restrictions, it helped us really in a good way to focus in our music.
Oh, that's excellent. That's great to hear. So every
Yeah.
cloud and all that. But listen, we're not here to talk about COVID and all that nonsense. We're here to talk about everything Ungodly Rest. So a couple of weeks ago, you released your debut album, Delusions of an Indoctrinated Void. So how have the reviews been for it so far?
Well, we are very grateful, and we still are working on it.
Yeah.
We are we like a lot that other countries has approved in their own ways the sound of the band, and we have reviews from different countries, mainly from Europe at this point. And I will go, yeah, especially as your audience, for example, Ricky, but also people from Italy, people from Germany, people from Spain, and also from Hungary, and also from Indonesia.
Wow.
Yeah, and we can go then so far to Argentina, in South America, and Guatemala, for example. And it's been just great. We know we gotta work in our local audience too.
Yeah.
But at this point, we're really surprised about how Europe in general has embraced us.
Well, it's you're one of the bands that I play regularly on my radio show, and I thank you very much for sharing like Mixcloud and things like that. So it's very, very much appreciated. But there's also a chat room facility that we have, and in fact you've been on it as well. And there's also a couple of bands in there that just hadn't heard of you before, and they're now becoming fans. Bands like De Profundis, head of the Traitor from Scotland as well. So your name's getting out there. So that's what the radio station's all about. Like, if it wasn't for you getting in touch with us, we wouldn't know anything about Ungodly Rest. But I'm glad that you did, because you've certainly got fans over here as well in the UK.
Yeah, well, and we appreciate the support you have gave us, as well as the radio station on Mark at the beginning.
Yeah.
And yeah, we are trying to make this in an organic way.
Yeah.
So it's very important because these days, I think you need to have a specialized media, not just listen to one track. Just like try to understand the full concept of the band. And when you have this experience, you can notice the different styles that bands have.
Yeah.
So, great.
Yeah, excellent. So was there a possibility that the album could have been released before this, but due to restrictions, etc., now's the time when it's came out?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, it was like we put it on social media networks. We put it on YouTube and on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
In the digital versions, and we thought we can just push the print CD, but we have like a little delay with Metal Coffin Records at this point because of COVID-19 with the staff that is working out on the net, and that it's like we didn't thought we will have that little problem.
Yeah.
But at the end it will be solved soon. So we will be looking forward to let people have this facility of getting the record and buy it at metalcoffinrecords.com.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that. So for those that are new to the band then, how would you say Delusions of an Indoctrinated Void? By the way, that isn't easy to say in the radio numerous times.
It's a little bit long.
Yeah. So where does it lie in terms of influences and sound? And do you think you found the sound that you've been looking for with your debut album?
Yeah, well, this is a very interesting question, Rick. I will say one of the main ideas the band started, it was we need to make our own music. And in that way, I mean, we don't need to sound like anyone.
Yeah.
Because nothing is new at this point. But you have to have your own vision and your own style, and it's obvious that every band and every one of us in Ungodly Rest have different kind of influences. Yeah. Because we used to listen to a lot of death metal, and doom metal bands and heavy stuff, and also other kind of music, like jazz or blues or classic music or whatever. Yeah. But we decided from the beginning that we need to have our own style, and we discovered through the time when we were working and we are working now that we get just awesome answers from our music. Like we didn't really knew at the beginning that we were gonna be so dark. I mean. I mean, like you listen to the music and there's a lot of void there, like a lot of human emptiness, Yeah. And we listening to it, it was like, all right, I think we are getting our own way. So that's something, probably a lot of bands can work on it, and it's difficult to find it. Yeah. We always need to think about how getting better and this evolution in our own sound, but I think we have it.
Excellent. I was just wondering though, was it Synonym that was bringing in the Motley Crue influences into the band?
Oh, Motley Crue, I just, I'm going to be just sincere with you, Ricky. It will be my favorite band. I just start listening to metal music because one of my favorite bands was absolutely Motley Crue. I used to listen a lot of Rat, Cinderella stuff, and the Wasp and the Warrington, Nelson and whatever. I don't know at this point if glam metal will be like the biggest influence in the Ungodly Rest, but definitely we're on it.
There might have to be a side project, but keep Ungodly Rest, death doom metal. Yeah, that's the way.
We're not that too glamorous. You take a look on me. I'm not that glamorous.
Yeah. Good stuff. But with everything that's happened over the last 18 months, 2 years then, has it made you look more at the business side of the band? I mean, in terms of like keeping your name out there on social media and getting merch and reaching out for gigs and things like that. Have you taken on roles and responsibilities that you hadn't taken before?
Yeah, well, when we get the music out there we knew we have new responsibilities with it.
Yeah.
Because if someone like quality, they will want more quality.
Yeah.
So it's the way it goes. So now we have this CD version of the records of Delusions of an Indoctrinated Void, and as well we have T-shirts with the cover art that can be, you can put in touch with us through the social networks like Facebook or Instagram. And as I told you before, probably next week with metalcoffinrecords.com will be available for that. And yeah, absolutely, we are thinking in having more merch for people, maybe some pins or other flags or things that people like to collect.
Yeah.
But this first CD, it's like a special limited edition. It's a cool one because it has his own O card, and when you open it, the jewel case, it has a poster and a sticker. So
Cool.
we're really thinking in having our stuff really for a collection, you know.
Yeah.
Not just having a record, just have a unique piece of art.
Yeah. So talking about the art then, who done the cover art for the album?
Oh, it was Misanthropic Art.
Cool.
Who used to work with Behemoth or this death metal European festivals and a lot of bands like Mortuary Drape and whatever.
Yeah. So what do you give the artist to create the cover art then? Do you give them the whole album, or do you give them the lyrics, or do you just say, this is what I want, see what you can do with it? What do you give the artist?
Well, he's very specific. You need to tell me what you want in the cover art, and I will work on it. So we were searching different visual artists. That at this point we had a lot of options.
Yeah.
But we decided with Misanthropic Art because he worked before with us in our logo. So it was the best way to continue working with him. Yeah. And when I finished writing all the lyrics, I visualized like the full idea of what it was. So I just described the cover art and just told him the details, and he worked on it.
Yeah, that's a very nice piece of art. Very nice cover.
Will be the three of us on the cover art.
Excellent, thank you. So with the recording of Delusions then, will there be anything that you'll do differently with your next release, do you think? And what would you say you learned most from the recording of the album?
Well, the recording process was just amazing. We went to test the studio in León, Guanajuato, that is Guanajuato in the north of Mexico.
Yeah.
And Victor KB, aka KB, he has a lot of experience in the music business. I mean, he's not only in metal music, he's in rock music, in mariachi music, in a lot of kind of music. Yeah. So he has just a great way to capture your own sound.
Yeah.
So we decided to went to León, Guanajuato and record there. We spent 1 week. Yeah. And we have two musicians that were guests. Yeah. One was Victor in the bass, and the other one was Johnny Chavez, who also played in other bands like Crane or Nuclear Chaos, and they make an awesome job. So I think the best experience was the way they really get into it. Yeah. And we will definitely be available for making another recording process in Test Studio. Yeah. And probably at this point we did not have any disappointment in the recording process. We'll learn a lot like about details, like we need to repeat this. We need to make this one more time because we think at the end of the line we have to do it the best possible way because metalheads are really, really, really taking all serious. So we need to do this that way.
So, with you in the recording, then, with you being the vocalist especially, was it particularly brutal for yourself? Because it's quite funny. The first time I played Voices from the Depths, I just went after at the end of the song, I did say, well, that was a voice from the depths. That was some real deep lows that you managed to get in the recording there. But how was that for your throat and your vocal cords throughout the whole recording process? Because if you had to do it line by line over and over again, that must have been testing for you.
Yeah, it was a great challenge. I think one of the things helped me out that time was to be really prepared. I mean, studying my lyrics, and after all, I was like, oh, it's my time. Fuck. Sorry for the F word. But let's do it. I mean, like my only goal at that point was feel it.
Yeah.
Just feel it.
Like
and I was totally sober. That is important to tell.
So you didn't have 20 cigarettes before you went into the studio and stuff like that? No.
None of it. I took like a beer and a whiskey shot. Absolutely. Yeah. To open my my throat, but that was all. No, so yeah, it was the thing that helped me also too was that in the recording process, I recorded 3 different days. So one day 2 songs, another day 2 songs, and the last one as well.
Yeah,
that helped me out to don't just like finish death.
Yeah. Now, I'm also just wondering how you practice as well. I was just wondering if you were singing in the shower and stuff like that, just keeping the vocals going,
Absolutely. Yeah, it's the way you got to do it.
Yeah. So how are the songs constructed within the band then? When constructing new material, with the band members having their own personal taste in music then, so how would you keep it all together? For example, like negotiating what stays in and what goes out of a song?
Well, one of the best things we have as a band right now is that we'll listen each other.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's gonna be this way, so you shut up. And no, it's not that way. Probably is one of the best things that you have when you are 40,
Yeah.
40 or a little bit up. So at this point we are we work like as a family. We need to be just in a great agreement. Chinar Mortis est in Resonantia Putridum work a lot on the music, on the main music. And I introduce like lyrics. I used to work more in a way after the lyrics as a producer.
Yeah.
So I share with them like, hey guys, we need to put here bending or a special riff, or let's move on this, or I have this for example in the track called Delirium of Death.
Yeah.
This track was ending with a very heavy doom, style. And I was like at the end when I listened to the track, I imagine it like, let's introduce here just a discussion between a man and a woman. And I call just a friend, Lorena. She helped me out. Hey, just let's record this. We need to explode the end of the song. And we made that happen. Wow. And it gave a lot of push, at the end of the song. And that's little details that make different the song. Definitely. As well as, for example, Rick, when we have all the record done, I just thought that it was a good idea to introduce atmospheres between songs to have more complete the album.
Yeah.
So I work with the guys and with Martin who help us out to work out with the synthesizers. And he make a great atmosphere because at the end, Chinerm likes a lot of horror music and horror films as well as I do, and I told them like, let's take this path. So let's work in this, like Italian 70s
Yes.
music
Yes.
from horror films,
Yes.
and we actually I think it embraced the album really good.
Cool, cool. Well, I was actually, to be honest with you, I was quite disappointed with your answer because I thought there was going to be like blood on the walls in the studio and fights and all the rest of it, but it seems to be like you guys are quite tight.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry about that. We don't kill anyone. We, playing extreme music doesn't make you real extreme in all your single day. So we mainly are like, we never talk about like killing each other, killing people, or a massive, killing or whatever.
But I was just also wondering, does Cinerum send like a riff to you at 4 o'clock in the morning? Is he that type of musician? That's the best riff ever, but he sends you at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and that will be more me, like me telling him, like, "Hey, Chinara, man, you gotta listen to this right now because I'm just shaking. It just came out at 4 a.m." Yeah, it do happen. So I think this happened because it will mainly happen because a lot of passion, and also because when you're thinking you need an answer, a specific answer, probably it won't be at that time. So
yeah.
oh. 5 a.m. Fuck, I need to write him, man.
Great, thank you very much for that. So as we all know, it's been a difficult 18 months, 2 years for bands to not play gigs then. Is it too early to say, like you saw some bands across the world like play virtual gigs? Like was there a chance like you could have met up in the rehearsal studio and just put a couple of cameras in and play some songs, or was that never an option?
Well, yeah, I will think everything is an option. Let's open our mind and see how things can help us out there into new people.
Yeah.
And yeah, we thought it a couple of times. And at this point, I can tell you that in April 27,
okay,
we will have we will be at the TV show.
Wow.
So this can be probably like the example you are looking for.
Yeah.
We will see what happens. We are very excited to do that. We have never been on a TV set, so this will be a great exercise for us, and people can have like a little bite of Ungodly Rest live TV.
Yeah.
And absolutely, we will share with our audience and your audience too this if you want to see it live, or
definitely
after that also.
Yes, well, definitely. Like, please remind me and keep in touch, and I'll certainly keep an eye on it. Definitely watch it. But also, that's April the 27th. Have you got a couple of gigs before that? Then have you got? I'm sure I've saw a couple of festivals that you've been invited to. Is that correct?
Yeah, actually, we're going to start introducing Delusions of an Indoctrinated Void in our first gig with Ruth from US.
Yeah.
That will be February 11.
Okay.
And after that, 1 week later, on Saturday 17, we will present the full length. We will be like with another Mexican bands. One of them I recommend to you. It's called Cathartic from Guadalajara, Mexico. It's a really good new band. They are really young, but they play really loud. So yeah,
it's music to my ears then.
Yeah, because like it's important to us to also share other bands that are making good things. It's not all about us. It's all about just pushing the best bands.
Yeah, so, exactly. So, have you done like an album release show, like gig?
That will be that gig,
right?
The 17 gig with Cathartic and other Mexican bands. That will be like our own gig for presenting our full length.
Excellent.
Yeah, we also have another two gigs, as you told tell it before. On June with other Mexican bands like Semican that is having a lot of European rush, for example. Okay. And at December we're gonna play with Gairia from Portugal and Bank Helga from Sweden and other bands at the Mexico Black Metal Fest.
Yeah, well, certainly things are, for the bands that are relatively new. I mean, I know that you've only got one demo out before the album. You're certainly getting the gigs that you've been looking for and playing festivals as well. It's just a huge start for the band, and it's an excellent showpiece for you to show what Ungodly Rest can do. And I wish you the best of luck for them all. And I hope you play a blinding set for them all.
Yeah, we're looking forward to do that, and it's very excited to know that.
That's why you play music. You just want to play it in front of people. I'm so jealous. I mean, I've got an air guitar behind me. I can't play any musical instrument, but I'm so jealous of what it is that you do. So
you will. You just need to take
practice.
A little bit of practice and also patience. It's not one thing, you know.
Yeah. maybe, but with yourself being the vocalist of the band, then do you do all the lyrics for the songs, or do you welcome contributions from other band members for the lyrics?
Well, at this point I do all the lyrics because if you listen to the demo, it was another vocalist, and then after that I talked with Resonancia Putridum, and he told me, hey man, we need a front man. You are into the death doom style as well as we do, because Mexico there's not too much doom death bands, death doom bands, and he sent me a song with their own lyrics, and I told him, man, I'm not gonna sing a song from a eagle, a bird, or I don't remember what it was, and I told him, I need to do my own lyric because I need to feel this.
Yeah.
And he told me, hey, let me talk with the guys. Okay, go for it. And this is okay, great then. So after a week, I just wrote the first song, and they just like it a lot. And after that, they just told me, okay, write the full length. like okay.
You've got yourself in trouble now. Just do the full album.
Yeah, you just got into trouble.
Yeah. So where'd you get your lyrical themes from then? What's your inspiration for your lyrics? Is it just all you need to do is just look out your front window and you see everything that you need to see?
Yeah, I think it will be just mainly about the human experience we're living at right now.
Yeah.
The songs are most about hallucinations, about void, human emptiness, about death, and also about human consciousness.
Yeah.
So it's very important. We're thinking more, if you have the opportunity to read the lyrics at the same time you're listening to our music, probably you can get, like some messages that can say like, hey, yeah, like for example, I'm going to tell you one. I think this COVID-19 get really people into sickness, mental issues, and who is doing what about it? Who is helping the society?
Yeah.
And it is not only about COVID. This was before COVID, but this is like a push for it. So, are we working in the right path? Are we doing the right things? What are we doing? Are we doing exercise for ourselves? Are we getting into new connections with new people? Or are we getting our mind just lost in our room? So it has a lot of things about Delusions of an Indoctrinated Void. Like why want everything that is available and don't share nothing with people, It's like be a little bit more human.
Yeah. Couldn't have put it any better myself. So thoroughly appreciate your thoughts on that. So thank you for that. But you've been signed to the growing Metal Coffin Records then. You mentioned them a couple of times in the interview then. So how did that come about? How's the relationship been so far? And what do you hope Metal Coffin Records will bring to Ungodly Rest?
Well, one of the main things we like about Metal Coffin Records is that we have the full control of it. I mean, we talked before with some Mexican record labels that were interested in printing our record, but we were in that like connected with them.
Yeah.
Because they were thinking more like just another band for us, and we weren't thinking that way. So we appreciate it at the end of the day, and we just say to that guys like thank you, but we're gonna take our own way. And like as I told you before, let's think as a fan. Let's think like as a collector. What do you want? I want a special record. I just don't want one more record.
Yeah.
So that's why we decided to make it to limited to 300 copies with the ochre and the sticker and the poster. And this is the first exercise we're gonna do, and we are looking forward to sell them all, to have the chance to print the vinyl version.
Yeah. Well, it's been out for a couple of weeks, so hopefully it won't be too long before you can make that easy decision. It's certainly worth it, ladies and gentlemen. So reach out to the band, like I said, reach out to Metal Coffin Records, and I'm sure Ungodly Rest will be quite happy if you contact them as well. So make sure you get a copy. But I was wondering if there was going to be a visual side to Ungodly Rest. Is there going to be one or two videos to coincide with the release?
Can you repeat it? I didn't listen to you.
Yeah, sure. I was wondering if there was going to be a visual side to the album as well. Are the band going to release one or two videos as well?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. I can tell you that we are thinking about probably getting one official video for this record. We'll probably be more for the end of the year. Okay. And absolutely, we decided to make things different in the YouTube channel. So we just don't just loaded the record. We put like a visual animation if you have the opportunity to check it out.
Yeah.
And this is like, it's a good compliment for a start. So absolutely, we are looking forward for making an official video for one of the singles.
Well, again, certainly look forward to that, and we'll certainly do a bit because I work for Moshville Times and Moshville Radio. So Moshville Times is more like the web zine, whereas the radio is obviously a play of the airwaves. So if you do get a video out, be sure to send it my way, and we'll certainly promote it over here in the UK through Moshville Times. So
absolutely, we will share with you.
Cool, excellent. I've only got a couple more questions for you. It's just I'm kind of showing my age a wee bit here, but before the internet, magazines and fanzines were the places to find out about new bands and trends, but now publications are being replaced with thousands of websites catering for all genres. So do you think that some of the passion's been lost, or do you think that the internet has been a good thing for music and a good thing for Ungodly Rest as well?
Well, I think it has the both sides, because there's the thing that if there's a lot of them, I don't know about the full quality of them. So you need to make a good research and take a look around about what is quality and what is not.
Yeah.
But at the same way, we are absolutely grateful of having these open media and open channels to get into other countries and other people, that it's easier than before. I'm not sending just a tape by mail to Indonesia, for example.
Yeah.
And that will be great. The experience will be awesome, but with a mail you can just push it faster. So
yeah.
Yeah, mainly it has like the both sides.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in the age where it was tape trading, but you kind of saying it earlier on, all the countries that are listening to your music, it must be like fascinating. You can look at the insights and see where your fans are, like you say, Indonesia, Spain, Hungary, all the rest of it. And I'm sure the record label and people like myself will help push it to new boundaries as well. So it must be fascinating.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Like we will like people just connect with us, and we're thankful for that.
Yeah.
And we are looking forward to getting to new audience and in our country and in other countries. So let's take the best advantage of it.
That's it. That's it. See, this is normally the point where I usually ask, like, the guitarist, like the guitar of choice, what did they use in the recording and things like that. But with you being the vocalist, then have you went through a range of microphones and you've chosen a microphone that gives you the best sound? Or are you one of those vocalists where just give me a microphone and I'll sing into it?
You know what? It's important to tell you that I didn't decide before I went to test the studio which one I was gonna use, but after Victor just listened to our sound, he told me like, "You are gonna use this one." Like I was like, "Which one is?" You don't ask me anymore. Use it. And then of course he's a mastermind. He was. This is the right one. Why when you listen to specific parts of the record, you can also listen when I end some words like expression of ecstasies. So I told Victor, I don't know the name of this microphone, but you are a mastermind, buddy. he had the choice for me.
Yeah, no, that's excellent. That's brilliant, brilliant. You must have been like, oh no, I like my microphone. No, you will use this microphone, and it's turned out for the best because the vocals are one of the strong points of the album. So yeah. Listen, Nocturne, I don't have any more questions for you, but I've got to thank you very, very much for the interview. It's been a real cool insight into the band Ungodly Rest. I'll certainly still be keeping my bit to do my side of the promotion of the band because you guys are worth promoting. And maybe one day I'll get to see you in the UK.
That will be great, Ricky. Maybe you can push forward to do that.
Yes.
And,
well, it's like I said, there's even just playing you in the last couple of weeks, a couple of bands have reached out to me and they're saying they've checked you out, so there are contacts to be made. I'll forward them on to you.
Yeah, just great. And thank you and your audience. The people that just listen to our first singles just have the opportunity to listen to all the songs. We have other great songs over there.
That's an unbiased opinion. Well, that's another question for you then. I take it some of the songs on the album are maybe a wee bit old. So have you written any new material?
Well, at this point, we are just focused on letting people know about Delusions of Indoctrinated Void. But in the second part of the year, we will start working on new material for our new record.
So you're quite prolific songwriters then. You're not going to wait like 3 years before the next album. You're going to hopefully bring it out quite quicker.
Yeah, we'll see about times, but we will definitely start at the end of the year working on new stuff.
Good stuff. Well, that's what I like to hear. That's music to my ears. So once again, thank you very much for your time, and I'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you, Rick, for you and your audience on Moshville Radio too.
No worries at all.